All right.
So, what we've worked on as far as ride cymbal patterns in all of the French grip exercises, we've done this, which is the throw-up exercise, just quarter notes, really establishing the feel of the quarter note pulse, that big round note that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and actually lasts the full value of a quarter note. And that's keeping in line with our evolution, our history of why, when we play quarter notes, we need to swing them this way, or eighth notes on a hi-hat. So we've also worked on our Spang-Lang pattern, and we felt quarter notes there too. Quarter, 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 ta, 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 long, short, long, short, long, short, long, ta. So each quarter note is still there. So now we're going to take our skip beat, and we're going to turn that into a shuffle. Okay? Now, maybe some of you I've already taught the push-pull finger exercise and shuffles based on that concept. This is not that concept. This is a little bit different. That concept is great for like playing a shuffle groove, you know, really driving it, but it's more difficult to transition in and out of the other two ride cymbal patterns into that kind of a shuffle. So the idea here is to create variation in our ride cymbal pattern and do it in a way that still honors the history and evolution. So we've got this, and now we want to add this. So when we worked on the Spang-Lang, once we got better at it, then instead of just coming straight up and down and feeling the hang over the fulcrum, we would come out in a bit of an oval kind of thing. And we also drove at all beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, drive, drive, drive. Always going at the head, just like being a boxer, like we did in our initial exercise. So the idea now is to follow through on that concept. And there's no fingers involved here, although we are bringing the stick in just a little bit more so we have a little more control over it. So now, you know, we definitely moved away from this idealized French grip and just brought it in more, but we're not clutching the stick too tight. The stick's still got to be able to move in our hands. So we're really focusing on our grip, which now basically looks a lot like this, which, by the way, if you turn it this way, guess what? Looks just like the German grip. So more similarities, okay? But now we're moving through here, and we're moving kind of in this oval direction. Now what I want you to think about is when you start doing this, more than likely you're going to want to play it short. And to choke it off and to not make it triplety. And your skip beat is probably going to be louder than your other beat, your primary quarter notes. So try to open everything up and think about, as you come up in that oval, opening up space for a long quarter note. Ta-ta, ta-ta, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Even sound, nice long quarter notes. So even though you're coming down, playing the skip beat, and then grabbing that quarter note on the way back up, it still sounds like you're emphasizing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. Long, 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 long. Okay? And then you can start to put this into all different variations of your ride cymbal pattern. Try and keep it real triplety as you go. Okay? And get with Freddie Freeloader or any kind of medium jazz tempo tune you want. Hard Work is another one I've worked on with a lot of my students by John Handy. And just get into playing ride cymbal variations. And just feel all the different ways you can move. And notice this is never lost along the way. That is still paramount, number one. Job number one, a long, open, round, throw up quarter note. Of course, we're not playing the throw up exercise anymore per se. We've now really turned that into this whole kind of way of moving. But the way you feel the quarter notes is still the same. Even when you play the finger exercise, which is separate, which you can integrate in this if you want, but you're still feeling long, 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 long. Okay? So that is, you can call that 3 ride variations, and it's to be used with the French grip. Although, by the way, in traditional, you can do the same thing. And why not? Do it. Because when you're playing jazz, if we're working towards being a better jazz player, which many of my students are, this hand needs to have that same kind of freedom. So I think there's another video I have about just playing a shuffle here by just lifting and dropping. But anyway, let's not get too far off topic. Ride cymbal patterns, 3 variations. Go for it.